In this video tutorial, I'll give a brief overview of the Proposal Workbook, and I'll show you how to make basic edits to proposal pages. The Proposal Workbook includes all the printable pages that can be used in a proposal. By default, there are over 60 template pages in the OnGrid Proposal Workbook. Every time you print a proposal in the OnGrid Tool opens the Proposal Workbook, transfers your customer's data into it, and then shows a print preview of the Proposal Workbook pages included in that proposal template. When the OnGrid tool is first installed on your computer, it includes 11 different proposal templates. These templates are essentially different combinations of pages from the Proposal Workbook, along with a header and footer style that's applied to the template's pages during the printing process. Using the template form, you can change which pages are included in the different proposal templates and create new proposal templates from scratch. And using the header form, you can fine-tune the design of the proposal template's header and footer style. To learn more about the template form and creating custom proposal templates, click the Template Form video tutorial link in the lower left corner of this video. To learn more about the header form and customizing proposal headers, click the Header Form video tutorial link in the lower right corner. And at any time, you can access these and other video tutorials from the OnGrid Tool's Support section. While the original template pages included in the Proposal Workbook work well for many OnGrid Tool users, other users might want to edit a page's content to better suit their geographical region or clientele. As an example, let's look at a PDF copy of one of the default proposal pages. For one thing, I'd like my customer's name to be more prominently displayed. Also, notice a chart in the lower right corner of the page. This chart only applies to customers with tiered electric rates, but the utility company for about half of my customers doesn't have tiered electric rates. I'd like to replace this chart with another chart that applies to all of my customers. I can make these two edits and other proposal page edits by opening the Proposal Workbook directly. From within Excel, there are two ways to access the Proposal Workbook. Either way, I'll first go to the Proposal Workbook section on the OnGrid Tool's Settings and Support sheet. I know I'm on the Settings and Support sheet by looking at the tab name at the bottom of the Excel window. The Proposal Workbooks are listed in the green block starting in row 79. In column C, I see the name of my Proposal Workbook, and in column D, I see its location on my computer. The workbook's path is always shown in reverse in this green block. My Proposal Workbook is in a folder called OnGrid Files, within a folder called Main, within a folder called Solar, and so on. You can have up to 5 Proposal Workbooks loaded into the OnGrid tool at a time, but we recommend having just one. The first way to open the Proposal Workbook is through the Excel menu. To do this, I'd click File followed by Open, and then navigate to the OnGrid Files folder on my computer. A faster way to open the Proposal Workbook is by clicking its name in cell C79 of the Settings and Support sheet. I'll click its name to open it. I'm now in the Proposal Workbook. As with the OnGrid tool, the Proposal Workbook's first sheet is called Settings and Support and has general settings for the workbook. Following the Settings and Support sheet are 3 datasheets. Following the 3 datasheets are all the sheets that contain the printable pages used in proposal templates. During the print preview process, all the data for your customer is transferred from the OnGrid tool to these 3 datasheets. And through Excel formulas, the proposal pages, which refer to these 3 datasheets, are automatically updated with your current customer's information. Bear in mind that when the Proposal Workbook is opened manually, the 3 datasheets and all the proposal pages show data for a default customer, Jackie's son. Your customer's data is only loaded into the Proposal Workbook during the OnGrid tool's print preview process. I'll go to the OnGrid Charts sheet. This sheet contains all the default OnGrid charts, which depict financial and environmental benefits and help your customer better understand their energy profile before and after solar. I'll come back to this sheet in a minute. Now I'll go to the OnGrid Names sheet. On this sheet, you'll see customer data organized into different sections. The order of these sections loosely mirrors the input sheet back in the OnGrid tool. The first section, labeled Vendor Info, contains information specific to you and your company. In row 13, we see the name of the first piece of data on this sheet, Vend Salesperson, followed by the date of default, followed by a description of that piece of data, Salesperson Name. As a salesperson, if I wanted my name to appear in a printout of a proposal page, I'd type equals Vend Salesperson into a cell in that page and click Enter, and then save my edit into the proposal workbook before closing it. The different pieces of data on this sheet are referred to by name throughout the proposal pages. There are links at the top of the OnGrid name sheet to quickly jump from one type of data to another. For example, if I want to quickly get to the section with incentives information, I'd click Incentives at the top of the sheet. By default, there are 6 sheets in the proposal workbook that contain printable proposal pages. Prelim has pages that you might want to give to your customers at the earliest stage of the project to show a range of possibilities rather than a specific system. Short has pages that fit a wide variety of content onto single pages. On the long sheet, the content is more spread out across different pages. The cover pages sheet has 6 differently formatted cover sheets. The timeline sheet shows income and expenses over the 25-year analysis, as well as financing cash flow and resale value over the analysis. Recall that earlier in this video tutorial, I wanted to make a few edits to a particular proposal page. I know from looking at that proposal template's page list in the template form that the page is on the short worksheet and that its name is S1.2 Residential. I'll go to the short worksheet now. To the upper left of the first page on this sheet, I see its name, S1.1 Commercial. I'll scroll down to find S1.2 Residential. I see that the second page is S1.2 Residential. My current objective is to make my customer's name more prominent and replace the page's chart, but I can also make any other edits I'd like. Any edits I make here will be reflected in the print preview of this page back in the OnGrid tool. I'll now make the customer's name more prominent. Scrolling down more on this page, I see the tiered electric rate chart that I want to replace. I'm first going to delete it to make room for a different chart. To do that, I'll click its corner to select the entire chart and then press the Delete key on my keyboard. I'll now go to the OnGrid Charts sheet to copy a preferable chart. The chart I want is lower down on this sheet. I'll scroll down to get to it. I'd like to use a chart that shows the customer's usage versus solar production. One way to copy the chart is by right-clicking it and then selecting Copy in the pop-up menu. I'll do that now. Then I'll go back to the short residential page, and in the blank space, I'll right-click and select Paste from the pop-up menu to paste the chart. I'll resize it to make it fit the space by clicking and dragging its corner towards its center. Last, I'll reposition it. Once I've made my edits to this short residential page, I'll save the proposal workbook and return to the OnGrid tool. To save the workbook, I click File in the Excel menu, and then click Save. Then I'll click File followed by Close to close the proposal workbook. Now that I've made my edits to a proposal page, I'd like to see those edits in a proposal print preview. To do this, I'll go to the Input sheet, and then click the link Print Proposal in cell E10 to access the print form. I'll select Short Residential 1 in the list of proposal templates, since I know it uses the Short Residential page I edited. Then I'll click the Print Preview button in the print form's upper left corner. My customer's name now shows up how I want it to, and the usage versus production chart now appears in the page's lower right corner. That does it for this video tutorial on the basics of the Proposal Workbook and editing proposal pages. Thanks for watching.